Today on the Topping Show, Bud Light to pay to haul their swill away. California passes bill to stop stores from stopping thieves. Twitter fined $250 million for music copyright infringement. Pirelli tires, you have Italy versus China. The Flash movie flickers and dies. Minnesota gay bar drops Bud Light. Elemental movie flops. Nikola to lay off more employees. Ford highlights the threats of EVs from China. And American Airlines subsidiary is fined $15,000 for an employee that got sucked up into a jet, quite literally. All that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Today's episode of Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, see their founder release twice a day. God say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader, business owner, need a little assistance, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Now, other political news, you have Pirelli, you have Italy versus China, which some might wonder how on the earth is a tire company a political thing where you have, I was about to say superpowers. Italy is not a superpower. They're like, in terms of the hierarchy, it's trying to think of a good analogy for Italy. Don't get me wrong, if it was not for Italians fighting each other or getting angry at each other, we wouldn't have a lot of there'd be much fewer sports cars on the road. I mean, Ford versus Ferrari, those two companies insulting each other, leading to some of the best cars ever. Although nowadays they're all automatic and boring. But they used to make great stick shift vehicles as well, such as the Lamborghini LP640, one of the best supercars ever. But I digress. Now, the Italian government is trying to rein in Pirelli's largest shareholder, which is Sinochem, which gets an F for marketing because, I don't know, they're not a chemical company. They're like a holding company. And Sino is just a weird name. I don't know. It might stand for something, but not very inspiring. Now, Sinochem, or perhaps that's the point, to be mysterious. You don't know what they are. Well, I'll tell you. They're a investment firm owned by the Chinese government. They currently have a 37% stake in Pirelli tires, which Pirelli does more than tires, yes, but that's what we know them for, in the States at least. And Sinochem has 60% of the seats on the board of directors, which, again, the board of directors has a lot of sway with how the business is run. And if you already own 37% of the company, yeah, they're pretty foolish to let that happen. Now, the Italian government is calling on its, quote, golden power, unquote, regulations, which are designed to protect assets of strategic importance to the country. Now, the Italian government said that Pirelli's cyber tire, which uses chip technology to collect vehicle data, is, quote, configured as a critical technology of national strategic importance, unquote. Which, again, I'm one of those people where we don't need technology everywhere. A tire sensor, that might be nice to show the air pressure, although it's not really necessary. So, again, a luxury. People do not know the differences between necessity and luxury anymore. It's like a life lesson we need to reinstate in American values or education systems. But apparently, this is allowing them to track these vehicles all over. And this one, I think it's more of I would think it'd be better just to keep them independent just for a national security if you're making tires for a lot of their vehicles. And I assume Pirelli probably has some government contracts where you do need tires for military vehicles and military assets, government vehicles. And in that case, yeah, there's no way you would want someone else being able to track those tires. I don't know why you would invent that to begin with, but yeah, that I think would be a valid national security concern. Now, in order to set a host of limitations on Sinochem's involvement with Pirelli, including bar it on devastating the company's strategic and financial plans, or appointing a CEO, they will be, again, utilizing the Golden Power regulations, which is a good thing they had those regulations because they already had 37% of the stock. I mean, all you need is 51% and you own it. You have the majority say in the company. But they already basically had that because they have 60% of the board members. So I don't know how Pirelli allowed that to happen. Maybe they just needed some quick investment funds or it's just a long-term overtake. But yeah, it's interesting to see. Even tires are not a political issue, which again, is perhaps a good use case of why every business should be aware of kind of the global economy and who's investing in your company. And politics, again, it all is all interconnected. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Can't thank you enough for you taking the time to like, subscribe, and comment. Each one of those things greatly helps the channel grow and develop. We greatly appreciate your feedback as well. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.